Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Drea, and this is Theowlsintuition. If you're new, hit that little subscribe and the bell so you get notified every single time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a little thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. If you want to book a reading, my email is in the description and it's 40% off until the end of August. Just be patient with me, while booking, guys. But yeah, thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes, donations. Thank you for booking readings with me. And thank you for all of the love and the support. It doesn't go unnoticed, okay? So, what are we talking about? We're talking about why do you make people feel so threatened, okay? I don't know what's going to come out, and you can choose more than one pile if you feel called to. And we have 3 beautiful, beautiful piles today, okay? Pile number 1, which is the Under the Sea Tarot and the Selenites. We have pile number 2, which is the Disney Villains Tarot deck and the Red Jasper. And pile number 3, which is the Astro Matrix Tarot and the Slabradite. Do what you gotta do. I love you. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the pile that you pick. Bye. Hey, what's up? Pile 1, you guys picked this selenite. We will get into that later. This is the overall energy as to why people are so threatened by you. And this Under the Sea Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Okay. All right. Interesting. If you're new, hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified every single time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. And if you want to book, my email's in the description. They are 40% off, and I will never message you for a reading. So just be careful of scammers and be patient with me while booking. So, we're going to get your current energy to see if this is even your pile. If this doesn't resonate, do what you need to do. Watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Do whatever makes you happy. Pile number 1's current energy. We have blame. I heard you can put the blame on me. So I feel like you're taking responsibility for your life and you are releasing challenges because you're no longer blaming anyone or anything. You're accepting what is and you are pivoting, okay? You're like, all right, well, this is aggravating me. And, instead of blaming people or starting an argument or making shit bigger, I'm just going to retract. I'm going to pull back, or I'm going to do something different. I'm going to change up in some way, shape, or form, and I'm going to put my well-being first. I'm going to learn from this, or what have I learned from other situations that are similar to this? The way that you are maneuvering through life is extremely different. I heard responsible. You are very responsible right now. And you're taking accountability and you're setting up better boundaries. You're showing more love to yourself. And I feel like this acceptance, we literally have acceptance right under the adversity. So like I said, you surrendered. You're accepting what you can change and you're focusing on what you can change. You were not a failure. You are growing, you are learning, you're a work in progress, and that's what you are accepting, and that's what you're doing. And it's like you're finding out that your purpose is whatever you feel devoted to at the time, and you're rebalancing yourself. And I feel like this emphasis on a lot of people try to blame you for shit too, which is also why you accept blame so easily throughout your life. You were always the person who would say sorry or be very bend over backwards to make sure reassuring for people. And it's like you're taking that back. You're not that you're not kind and compassionate, but I feel like you're allowing people to sit in their shit, okay? You're not apologizing for being real. You're not apologizing for being yourself. You're just being who you are. I'm being me, okay? And you can't make me feel bad for being me, okay? You're not accepting blame for people's projections. You're not taking on people's negativity anymore, and that's really messing with other people, but it's really serving you in a way where it's improving your mental, physical, and emotional health. And you're going to continue to do this as you start to realize more of how much people have been projecting their energy onto you, and why you've been feeling so poopy is because of the fact that you've been taking on other people's energy, okay? So, if that resonates, let's get into your reading. Alright, 4:30. It could be 4:30 when you're watching this, or you could be born on April 30th. There could be something about April, my little Aries, okay, and Taurus gang. But, yeah, you could be born in April. But, gang. We have selenite, luminous, cleansing, and protection. So, why are people so threatened by you? Because of this protection that you have over yourself, because you have a bigger purpose, because you have a huge energy, because you glow, you shine, you get a lot of attention, because you take care of yourself, because you constantly have this beautiful high vibration, you're aligned, you operate differently than others, you communicate differently than others, you're very tapped in, your energy speaks for itself, and that's why people are threatened by you, because of your energy. Your energy is very potent, it's very big, it's very loud, and it makes people feel small, and it consumes people. And I feel like you clearly know who you are and what you want, and you cut through the negativity, you don't take on other people's projections, and you don't care about what people think about you. And that's what makes people threatened, because they can't confuse you, because they can't throw shit at you, because they can't minimize your power, they can't take your power. That's why people are threatened by you, because you are unfazed, you are unaffected by other people's energy, aura. Okay, a lot of people know how to make people feel small so that they can run the room. A lot of people know how to belittle people or trigger people's insecurities so that they can take over the spotlight again. And it's like, people can't do that with you, and you just move away because you're not trying to be in the spotlight. You just consume the spotlight because you are the spotlight. It's not like you're shining on others. It's like the light, well, you are shining on others, but that's why. If that makes sense. That didn't make any sense the way I said that. So what I mean is, you are the spotlight, and you don't need somebody to point their light at you. Your light comes from within you, and that's where these people get fucked up, and that's why they're threatened. Okay? You are very leveled up and healed compared to a lot of people in the masses, and I feel like that's also triggering, okay? Because your soul speaks to people's subconscious, and it starts to make people feel threatened, because a lot of the people that you trigger don't like change, and your soul activates change. Your soul is a catalyst for change, and that's why people feel threatened by you, because you activate people's systems and energies, and you serve as a door for transformation for people. Half the time, half of them don't want transformation. They don't want to change. They don't want to move forward. They accept where they're at, and you don't let that shit happen. And that's why people feel threatened, because you're forcing them to change, you're forcing them to step out of their comfort zone, you're forcing them to do better, because you're triggering their ego, because you're outdoing them in some way, shape, or form, or they feel like inferior to you, so they're like, oh, now I gotta change, or now I gotta do this because now this person is making me look bad. You know, it's like very egoic energy as to why people are threatened by you. It's because you're smashing their ego. That's why people feel threatened by you, pile one, because you smash their ego. Let's get some more. Why else do people feel threatened by pile number one? Tell us more, please. Because you're tapped into your inner child, because you're filled with joy, okay? Because you're compassionate, but also, like, if someone wants to go, you'll go. If someone wants to swing, you'll swing, okay? Like, that's what people are starting to realize, like, your strength, okay? Even though you might be this childlike, very nice and compassionate, colorful, bright energy, you still got that Batman in you, okay? You're the Dark Knight. Like, saying, like, that's so funny. Also, the way that you communicate, it threatens people, because sometimes people don't understand what you're saying, or they take what you're saying personally, okay? And I feel like you have a lot of wisdom and insight, and people feel threatened because you maybe give it advice, or like people feel like you're a know-it-all, and that's why they feel threatened. Like, you know, they're like, oh, this person knows everything. You think you're smarter than me? You think you're better than me? You think you're stronger than me? Like, there's so much competition with you, Pal One. It's crazy. Excuse me. But yeah, people feel threatened by your self-sufficiency, okay? The way that you keep going, the way that you never give up, how you've survived so much, okay? How you are of service, how you get to travel. The journey that you're on, the life that you've lived, that's what makes people threatened by you, because they've seen where you come from, and they know where you're at, and they see where you're headed, okay? Also, people feel threatened by the way that you conserve your energy. You don't overgive, you don't overdo it, you don't mind being alone, you don't mind traveling alone, you take risks by yourself, you're very independent, and your independence makes people feel threatened heavily, okay? Excuse me. What else? Yeah. How much love you get from people, how you always get what you want, makes people feel threatened, all right? the way that you constantly renew yourself, the journey. We have journey twice on 2 different cards from 2 different decks. Like, you honestly, you know how to pause, you know how to pivot, and you know what's next. And it's like, people don't understand that when you're going through pauses, it's like you're the slingshot. You're pausing, but you're pulling back so that you can shoot forward. And people get confused, and that's why they're threatened, because they never understood the pauses. They thought that you were down and out. A lot of people in competition, a lot of people creeping on you, a lot of people watching what you're doing, trying to see, oh, is this person doing something new? Oh, this person gave up on that, and all of a sudden you come back revamped, renewed, doing a whole new thing while still doing what you were doing, making your dreams come true. And that's why people feel so threatened by you, because you literally make miracles happen. You start new journeys, you do things differently, and you can do this stuff and rest and jump between back and forth. You got this stamina, you keep going, but also you take time for yourself, and the balance is crazy. And that's why people feel threatened, because how do you do it all? Why do people feel threatened? Because your vision for life, because your career choice, because you're successful in some way, shape, or form. You're intelligent, you're a planner, you're very strategic. Okay, we have dreams again, dreams twice. You're a dreamer, and you have a lot of power. Okay, you're magical. We have the magician over here. Your ability to manifest is what really threatens people, because they literally see you make things appear out of thin air, and they don't understand it. They don't understand your beliefs. They don't understand your logic. They don't understand where you get your motivation from, where you get your ideas from. They want to know, how do you see the vision? Like, how did you create your own vision? It's like, you create your own life, you co-create your own life, and you do it in a way that's so beautiful that people just don't get it. And they're just like, well, how did this person create this? Okay, how is this person so abundant? How is this person so powerful? How did they make this happen? Like, how does everything always work out in their favor? It seems like you just have this potent ass energy, and everything just works out the way that you expect, the way that you want. You could be consciously manifesting certain things, and you could even be doing magic and stuff, or just being very intentional, using the portals, or using the law of attraction, using the law of assumption. And that's what's really confusing people, and that's why people feel threatened, because they don't know how to use their own power within them. They search for power outside of themselves. Okay, what's this play? 5 of Cups. Yeah, like, people don't understand how you continuously come back after going through certain situations, tough situations. How do you get beat down and then you always end up manifesting a miracle after, or making your dreams come true? What's this miracle? How do you overcome the sadness and the sorrow, okay? And then how do you have the strength to keep going? Like, people really don't understand. That's why they feel threatened, because you never give up. You never give up. Even if you get down bad for a second, you have no regrets, and you continuously show love for yourself, and you give love to others, but you take back your love, okay, when you're not receiving. That's why people feel threatened, because they think they can take advantage of you, and then you don't allow them to, because you're quick to walk away. 8 of Cups. You're quick to turn your back if something isn't stable, if something's not giving you the return, if something's not reciprocated, you will pull back. Doesn't matter how much you care about somebody. Doesn't matter how much you love them. Okay? It's not even about you being mad either. And that's why people feel threatened by you, because it's like, they don't understand how you don't blow up, how you don't get angry, you don't get even, you just move on and you get better. And that's why people feel threatened by you, because they really thought you would be more petty, or talk shit, or be in a more low vibrational energy, because of the sadness, because of the things that you went through, right? But you decided to not let that shit take from you, and that's why you are stepping into your power, and you're stepping into your highest and best timeline. And that's why right now people feel very threatened by you, because you're shining and people are showing you so much love, and you're not sad anymore. Let's close you out with a tarot spread. Okay. So we have the Fool at the back of the deck for you, Pile 1. And I feel like there's this emphasis on, no matter how chaotic or imbalanced you get, you always bounce back. You always come back renewed. And that's like, your comeback game is so strong. And that's why people feel threatened by you, because they you don't stay down for long, and that really, you piss people off, I'm not gonna lie. And like why they're getting pissed off is really a reflection of them, because you should actually be like excited that people. Is that a fruit fly? Oh, you little bitch. You just witnessed the murder. Also, it's like you don't care. You don't care when people try to bug you. You're very untriggerable, and that's why people feel threatened by you, because they can't get a rise out of you. They don't know how to push your buttons. You're unreadable, okay? You can't be manipulated, and that's why people feel threatened by you, okay? You see through their lies, you see through their falsity, and that shocks them, okay? And that's why they feel threatened, because it's like immediately your sensors, your spidey your spidey sensors are tingled, and then all of a sudden you know exactly what to do. All of a sudden you switch up, and then people can get scared, or they freak out because they're like, fuck, they know I'm lying, or fuck, they're not going to do that for me now because I just exposed something. Like, you can see through people, and that's why people feel threatened. Like, you see into their soul. Your eye contact could even be very intimidating, and people may even feel threatened by your eye contact or your stoic face, because you could have an RBF. And that's why people feel threatened by you, because again, you're unreadable. They don't know how you're feeling. They don't know what you're thinking, okay? Your goals, dreams, and aspirations is why people feel threatened by you, because you're making your goals and dreams a reality. You're building a foundation. You're living in your truth. You're very honest. You're very blunt. You have big goals and dreams. You could even be like your own business owner, or there's something about you thriving independently, not needing others to know that you're shining, that you're winning. You support yourself. You're your biggest cheerleader. You gas yourself up, and that's why you are making people feel so threatened. It's literally like you against the world, and you are winning. Like, that's why people feel so threatened by one, because you have your own army, and it is not seen. Your army is your team. Your army is your connection to God and the universe, and that's why people feel so threatened, because you're so connected to the divine. Things are going on behind the scenes that others can see and feel, but they have no idea what it is. So I don't know what you're doing. Keep doing it. It's working magically. But yeah, your independence, literally, the fact that you can do this by yourself, you shine so brightly by yourself. I don't know, you're fun. People celebrate you. People talk highly of you, and that's why people feel threatened by you. Also, your looks, you could be conventionally attractive with this King of Wands. And I feel like that could also make people feel threatened, because again, they feel inferior to you guys. But that's what we're going to call it, Pal 1. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye. What up, Pal 2? You guys picked this Red Jasper. Alright. And the Disney Villains Tarot. So if you're new, hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified every time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a little thumbs up and comments to let me know how or why. I want to say thank you guys for all that y'all do. And if you want to book a reading, my email is in the description, but I will never message you for a reading. Just be careful of scammers. And my readings are 40% off until the end of August, but just be patient with me, because you know I'm one human. Alright, let's get into it. Let's get your current energy. If this doesn't resonate, do what you have to do. Watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Do what makes you happy. Current energy of pile 2, please, to let them know that this is their pile. Pile 2. Okay, we got doubt. It showed itself in the reverse. So I feel like you're going through a period of reassuring yourself, moving past the doubt, okay? With this death here, it's like you were questioning, should I end things? Should I let this go? And it's like you're releasing doubt, you're releasing fear, you're releasing guilt, and it's like you're reframing your growth, okay? Because you were worried, oh, I'm not going to be good enough, I'm not good enough. You were just going through a lot of grieving when it comes to this transition, right? towards your new life. With death, there is rebirth. So it's like you're stepping into this new era and you're mourning the old self. You're mourning certain things. You're getting triggered, and your old habits and old patterns and old people are trying to come back in, especially because we have all these retrogrades. But again, this is a timeless message. At the end of the day, whatever is going on in your life, there's things coming back and resurfacing or bubbling up to the surface to be released, to be transmuted, to be let go of. And I feel like, you know, certain things that are coming back up made you doubt yourself, or made you feel like, oh, well, look at how easy it was for me to revert back to my old ways, or it made you doubt that you were in a new timeline, but you are in a new timeline. You don't need to know exactly why this is happening. It is a test. Everything is a test, or it's a lesson or a blessing. So that's what you need to assess. Whenever things present themselves in front of you, you need to be like, okay, what is this teaching me? Or what is the purpose of this? Okay. Like, do I need to surrender this? Do I need to take action? Do I need to walk away? What do I need to do? What does this situation need from me? And this could be any situation that you're facing, okay? Let's say that you're trying to improve your health, but you've been binge eating or eating unhealthy things, and you're like, oh, I was doing so good and I gained back all the weight, right? So this is just an example, so apply it to whatever you're going through. And now it's like you're doubting that you can, do this. You're doubting that you can do it, so you want to end it. You want to give up. But it's like, no, this is just a test. And then all of a sudden you need to remind yourself of why you started this journey. I want to improve my health. I want to look better. I want to feel better. I want to live better, so let me just forgive myself. You're going to release this guilt for you backtracking, for you taking a step back. Think of you as, like I said earlier, with the slingshot situation from the other pile. It's like, you got to take a step back. You got to pull back to get flung forward to where you desire. So think of it like that. You know what? Okay, I learned. How can I make this stay? Okay, or I just forgive myself and be like, you know what? It's okay. I made a mistake. It is what it is. But I caught myself. I figured out what triggered me, because sometimes, you revert back to old ways because of certain triggers. That's also another reason. Okay, that's why we have to understand. Oh, well, I haven't seen this person in a long time, and then all of a sudden I saw them and I got re-triggered, and then I started drinking again, or I started smoking again, or whatever it is, so that's what you're going through right now. Is like certain things, certain triggers are happening, because especially if you haven't really you took a step back from healing, you did a lot of healing, but there's certain things that need to be healed before you step into this new era. And that's why it's coming now to push everything out. Okay, it's we got to do this refresh real quick so that we can have a smooth start, a smooth transition into this new phase, which means we got to dust off whatever this stuff is. The only way we can dust it off is to shake shit up. We got to shake out that dust. That's what this is. The dust is you getting triggered so that you can heal these things. Okay, so if that resonates, let's get into your reading. All right, my little red jaspers. I wanted to say Ruby. Maybe someone's name is Ruby. So, why do people feel so threatened by you? Because you always do the right thing, okay? Because you're strong, because you're stable, because you know yourself, because you're grounded to the point where it's people cannot try to make you, feel bad for your boundaries. You stand up for people. You do not like injustice. You don't like shitty people, and you are the one who is the defender. You will stand up for people, okay? So people who are bullies, people who are narcissistic, people who are just toxic, they hate to see you coming, and that's why they feel threatened by you, because you will call that shit out. People get worried when they see you, okay? Because you see through their illusions, you see through the projections, you know exactly why they're doing what they're doing, even if they're trying to say one thing and do another. And that's why people feel threatened, because you'll call it out. You're not going to mind your business when it comes to that. No, because these people, no, they need to be exposed, and that's how you feel. You're going to be like, why are you treating them so shitty? Or why are you telling them that when you did this last week? Whatever the double standard is, whatever the toxic thing is, whatever needs to be exposed, you will expose it. You call people out on their shit, and that's why. That's why you also mess with people's mental because of how balanced you are, because of how leveled up you are, because of how stable you are. You're very strong, you're very confident, you'll stand up for others and you'll stand up for yourself. And I feel like you've done a lot of healing and you've grown a lot, and you make people feel like, damn, I need to do more, or like, oh my God, this person is getting so much done so quickly, or, you know, they lost their weight so fast, or they gained that success so fast, or oh my God, they're already getting in line for a promotion. I've had this job for 2 years. They've only been here for months and they're already outdoing me. Again, this competition energy is coming through as well. So people do feel threatened because they feel like you do better than them, or they feel like you are competition. When you walk into the room, people feel threatened because they see that you're competition, because you're extremely leveled up. Okay, you make people feel threatened as well because people feel like you have this sex appeal to you. Okay, you could be very healthy, or you could be very vocal about, like, you know, I don't know, you could have like a dirty mind, or you tell dirty jokes and you're authentic and you don't really like try to like water down yourself or water down your personality. And I feel like you accept everyone, and that's why people feel threatened, because you make people feel okay to be themselves. And the people who are being fake or wearing masks, who used to bully people for their authenticity, they can't do that around you because you'll call it out. Again, this emphasis on like, you make people feel unhealthy, you make people feel toxic because you call them out. You don't let that shit slide, and that's why people feel threatened by you. You cause imbalance in people, you are protective of people, and you give people reassurance. You nourish people, you make people feel safe, you make people feel happy, and you know, you're very magnetizing, you're very alluring, you're very sexy in some way, shape, or form. Your energy is very sexy, and that's why people feel threatened too, because they're very drawn to you. But also others who don't feel as attractive as you, or feel like they got that sauce, don't feel like as powerful as you, are threatened because of your power. Because it's like you have this power to kind of make people want to do things to you or do things for you. This is what I really meant, but geez, okay. Yeah, you could make people threatened when you come around their partner as well. So you do make people who are insecure in relationships feel threatened, feel like, oh, I need to watch out, this person could steal my person. Like, beep. Okay. But yeah, let's see what else, because you're sexy. Pal tooth. Let's see what else. Why do people feel threatened? Yeah, protection, because you fight back. Okay, kangaroos be fighting. Kangaroos will beat you up. Okay. I feel like people feel threatened because they feel like you got hands. Like if they tried to bully you or assault you or even push you, okay, it's giving like how certain people, they think that like, oh, I heard power in numbers. You'll fight, you'll square up with anybody, okay? People need to jump you in order to beat you, right? And this could be energetically as well. I feel like people feel threatened by you because of the power that you hold, because you're unmanipulated. Okay, people can't manipulate you. People can't destiny swap with you. People can't hex you, can't curse you. It doesn't stick. It doesn't stay, or it reverses, or it bounces back. You're heavily protected in the spiritual realm, and people who try to attack you or be aggressive with you or throw shade or anything like that, they know. And also you make people feel foolish. I heard run circles around them. You run circles around people who are trying to make you look dumb, and you make them look dumb. People who try to act like they're better than you, you make them look stupid, okay? People feel threatened because of the way that you talk, because of your social media presence, or how people talk about you. There's something about how people never stop talking about you, and that's why people feel threatened, because if you haven't been around a group for like years, people are still talking about you, and people feel so threatened because like, how do you hold that much of an impact on people that they're still talking about you to this day? Okay, but you're very ambitious and very goal oriented. Things just seem very easy for you. Okay, people also could be threatened because maybe you have your own home, your own car, you could have your dream career. There's something about stability. You could have a big family, a healthy family, you know what I'm saying? You could have had familial support, or you didn't let the childhood trauma block you, and you know, you created your own empire. Okay, what else? And it's like certain people let their trauma hold them back from living and being better. Okay, we have breakup. And then we have commitment at the back of the deck. So, like I said, you make people feel threatened because of your ability to walk away, to separate, but also people feel like you could make them break up because then they would want to commit to you. Okay? People feel like it's easy for you to get what you want and you could have anyone that you want. So even if this person was taken and you wanted them, you would get them. That's why people feel threatened. They feel like, and it's like, you're not that type of person, but that's what people feel like you have the potential and the power to do. Like, they feel like, oh yeah, this person could definitely take them. It just keeps coming up. I'm pretty sure we already mentioned that, but here we are, okay? Let's see, what else? Yeah, like, oh my gosh. You are strong, you are loyal, you are powerful, you are selfless, you have a high integrity. Again, you always do the right thing. You're well studied, you're very intelligent, you know the truth, you see through people, okay? You constantly become better. And I feel like that it makes people feel so threatened. Okay? Tell me more about this kangaroo. We have the Emperor. Yeah, like, you're a boss. You're disciplined. You're stable. You're secure. You're powerful. You could be the year of the tiger. You heal. You always come back. And after you heal, you take action. And then you quantum leap. It's like you're not down for long either, okay? What's this breakup? The Six of Cups. So people from your past that you walked away from, they feel threatened by you immensely. Okay, because of you stepping into your power, because you took a step back, because you never came back. They really saw a future with you. They really thought that even though they're toxic, they would still have access to you. They still watch you, and they feel threatened because you separating from them didn't make you go down the way that it made them go down. And that's why they feel threatened, because they're like, how is this person just continuously leveling up and I'm over here struggling? Soldier, I need a soldier. Hello? Okay, so they want me to take these three. Two of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, it's like people thought you were always going to be indecisive, always have these swords in your back, so they watched you snickering away, okay? And then you let go of them. They saw you, they watched you suffer, hoping that you were going to stay stuck, hoping that they could keep you down, and hoping that your loyalty to them would keep you in this connection. They love me. Doesn't matter what I do. They'll stay. And then you left, and that's why they feel threatened, because now they have to watch you after you decided, after getting stabbed so many times, to end this situation and move forward. So all the people from your past feel threatened by you because, one, you could talk about them swords that they stabbed you with. Two, they don't know if you're going to be loyal to them anymore because of the fact that y'all ain't even together anymore. Y'all ain't even friends anymore. You guys don't talk anymore. You let go of this situation. They see you thriving, and they can't tell lies about you anymore. These people try to make people not fuck with you, but it's like your energy doesn't lie. Okay, let's close you out with some tarot. Okay, oh, excuse me. We have the King of Coins and the Ace of Cups at the back of the deck, which is very much telling me that, you know, you are abundant. You're about your paper. You're about your money. We have the Ten of Pentacles too. So it's like people feel threatened by your ability to make wealth, your ability to make a lot of money, maybe the way that you make money. People feel threatened by how easy it is for you to make money, or the fact that you might have multiple sources of income, or you might even have a passive income or make money off of social media in some way, shape, or form. Either way, people may love you so much that they even give you money, give you support, love to give you compliments, and that's also why people feel threatened, is because of the love that you get from a lot of people. You get a lot of love, you get a lot of attention, you get a lot of support. People also feel threatened because they can't keep you stuck. They can't compete with you. They can't poison or taint or tear you down in any way, shape, or form, because you've built such a stable foundation in whatever it is that you've been working on, and you've done it authentically. It's like people can't smear campaign you. People can't tear you down. People can't, the gossip doesn't work. None of that shit works. And people can't make people view you in a negative light okay? And that's the thing, is like we have 10-10 energy coming through as well. It's like you're always reborn, you're always renewed, and it doesn't matter what you've been through or what you've done in the past. It's like people feel threatened because everyone forgives you, or you know, when you make mistakes, people don't blow up on you the way that they blow up on others. People forgive you very easily, or you may get away with a lot of shit, and that's why people feel threatened, because like, why does this person get special treatment? Why does everyone bend over backwards to make sure that this person's good, or make sure that they can help this person or give them whatever they need? But when it comes to me and I ask for something, I get yelled at, or people are like, why are you bothering me? Or people try to make me feel guilty. And it's like, this person can get whatever they want whenever they want. And yeah, people do not like that, and they feel so threatened by it because they don't understand your ability, your power. Okay, we have the magician here, and they're like, how powerful? What is it? What is this person doing? I put a spell on you. Like, that's what they feel. They feel like you have like a spell work. Okay, people feel threatened too, especially if you openly talk about your practices and stuff like that. They feel threatened because they don't know what you're doing behind the scenes. They might assume the worst and think you're a villain. Okay, you guys picked the Disney villains tarot, so they might think that you have ill intent, or you might be doing negative shit behind the scenes and getting all these positive results. They feel like it's not, there's no way that this person's getting blessed this way if they're not doing negative shit, which, what kind of mindset is that? But I digress. People feel threatened by your ability to overcome things and create this legacy. You have no competition. You get a lot of stuff done during the day. Your productivity makes people threatened, especially those that you work with, or people who are in the same field as you or do the same thing as you. It's like your product or your service is quality. Everything about it is amazing, and other people feel subpar when it's compared to you. They're like, oh, my candles, you know, they sell good, but like, this person is charging 10 times more than I'm charging, and this person does less work, and yeah, their shit's still good, right? And like, I feel like it's the same, but why are they getting more sales, or why are they getting more positive reviews, or whatever it is, more people wanting to sponsor them, help them, support them? It's just like, you're very blessed, and that's why people feel threatened by you, because you're constantly becoming more and more blessed, and it really has people stressed because you don't have to do anything to be this blessed, and people's egos are triggered because they feel like, okay, well, what the hell? So they think it's because that people have a crush on you and all this other stuff. Like, you get special treatment. Like, let's say this person's late every day, right, to work, and they're always getting yelled at and all this other stuff, and like, you're gonna get fired. But then you come in late a couple times a week, and this person's pissed, and they feel threatened because you didn't even get like a slap on the back, like a slap on your hand. You didn't even get a flick, nothing. Like, they didn't say nothing to you. They were just like, good morning. And it's something like that grinds people's gears spot too. Like, they don't understand it. Like, why is no one combative towards you? Why do people bow down towards you? Like, you have that aura where it's like, people do not want beef with you. People will not try to be aggressive with you because I feel like they know you got that dog in you. You'll be like, ruh, 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 ruh. Okay. But the thing is, you ain't all bark. You will bite the shit out of them. That's so funny. But yeah. Yeah, people could literally be threatened by you, or feel threatened by you because they feel like you came from a tough past, or maybe they make assumptions by your looks depending on the way that you present yourself. There's something about your looks, it could be very intimidating. You could look scary to some people, and that's why people feel threatened by you. Okay, but you do intimidate a lot of people. That's what we're gonna call it, my beautiful pile number 2s. I love you, thank you for watching, and hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye. What up, pile number 3? Last but never least, it's me, Drea. Let's get into your reading. But first, if you are new, hit that little subscribe and the bell so you get notified every single time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why you guys picked this labradorite. We're going to get into that a little later in the Astro Matrix. If you would like to book a reading, my email is in the description. I will never message you for a reading, but my readings are 40% off until the end of August 2025. So, you know, be patient, of course, with me, but yeah, take advantage of that while you can. And we're going to get your current energy to see if this is even your pile. If this doesn't resonate, do what you need to do. Watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Do whatever makes you happy, okay? But let's see. Pile number 3's current energy. I heard back. Ooh, you might be feeling like your old self again, but it's like you're not your old self because you are a new self. Okay? You have been going through certain ups and downs that have been, you know, teaching you and helping you to align with your purpose. And I feel like your intuition is guiding you and you're allowing things to let go, and you're following your service, you're following your passions. It's like you're providing service in some way. You found peace in this journey, and despite whatever blockages were trying to make you, you know, sway off your track, or what judgments people were trying to pass over you in regards to your path, your purpose, you had the courage to keep going. And you've changed in a way where it's like you haven't changed your authenticity, but you've changed the way that you act, the way that you move. It's like you're still connected to your soul. You still are who you are, but you've grown. You've become better. It's like Pile 3 2.0. Like, you used to be indecisive. You used to not know who you were. Now you realize that you're a limitless being and you're stepping into your most abundant timeline, and a lot of blessings are coming towards you because of your patience. And I feel like you were patient and then you surrendered and then you just kind of forgot about it. But in the beginning, it was hard for you to be patient. In the beginning, you know, you were, you know, ridden with guilt and grief because it's like, where is my stuff? Or like, you know, there's so many people going through this and that, and it's like, well, why do I deserve this? But it's like, I feel like you shifted your perspective and realizing that, like, as you step into your power and you gain this abundance, you'll be able to make a more positive impact. I feel like this is the group of people who are going to make charities and help the world and provide service for Mother Nature, for the people in the world, helping people who are starving, helping the animals, helping to, you know, medicine and teaching and learning and guiding. That's like the kind of vibe I feel for this pile. I feel like you guys are very intuitive, you're very high vibrational, very tapped in, and you have a big purpose here. And it's also the creatives as well, because not only do you uplift people, your whatever you create in this world, it impacts people, it helps people, it is, you know, of service in some way, shape, or form. Even if you might just be making people laugh, no matter what you do, you are helping the world to be a better place. As long as you are putting your true authentic self out there, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So keep going, because you have some stuff you got to get done, okay? But right now you got to focus on your health, resting, drinking your water, and find things to be grateful for. But your success is inevitable and your happiness is inevitable. Even if you're not happy or successful right now, that will change. You might be, you know, again, adversity, you got some challenges going on, but you're gonna learn, you're gonna grow, and you're gonna pivot, and you're gonna continue to become better. So you're unstoppable. Don't, you know, doubt yourself. You will succeed. If that resonates, let's get into your reading. Right. Someone could have a Labrador because it's Labradite. But yeah, we have transformation, magic, and imagination. Your ability to see beyond, okay? You see the magic in the world. You create magic in front of people. The things that you do are magical. You have a magical essence, and that's why people feel threatened, because of your magical powers, okay? People literally, especially if they aren't tapped in like that, or they don't understand, people are freaked out. Like, when you read their mind, or like when you, like, they think about you and then all of a sudden you call, it's like serendipitous, and like a lot of synchronicities happen when you're around, and that makes people feel threatened because you awaken people, okay? Again, you, similar to another pile, you're a catalyst. That's your purpose here. You're here to help create a new earth. You're here, call it what you want. Labels don't matter to me because it's the energy behind it, okay? Starseed, light worker, okay? Higher level being, that's what you are. Your energy, you don't have to do anything. It's your energy that literally shifts timelines, that literally heals people. But yeah, people feel threatened because your intuition, you always see beyond, you know when people are lying, all right? People cannot take you for a fool. People can't play you, all right? The way that you always bounce back, you're always transforming, the power, how you're authentic. And I feel like you just go after what you want, chase after your dreams, you align yourself with the best possible outcome, and you know that anything is possible and you're going to make it happen, and you've accomplished things that people wish they could accomplish. Okay, you've done more in a year than a lot of people have done in the past 5 or 10 years, and you're not stuck, you're not stagnant. Even if you take breaks for a little bit, you always, grow. You're always adventurous, you're always learning, you're extremely wise, and your wisdom and knowledge is what also threatens people. Your ability to see beyond the 3D and to actually align with the magic and more like esoteric aspects, your occult knowledge is what threatens people. Okay, your occult knowledge, your knowledge of the occults definitely threatens people. Your perspective, okay? You might believe in things or say certain things that don't resonate with everyone, and then they feel threatened because now you make sense with what you're saying, but it goes against their belief systems, and that's why people feel threatened by you, because you mind fuck them, okay? But let's see what else. Yeah, because you're shifting people's perspectives. You're a catalyst, and then you get people thinking, and they're like, I don't want to think about this because this is the only way that I know that this was. But now you're making me look at it a different way. Now my vision's all fucked up because now I feel like, have I been lying to myself? Have I been told lies? Like, what's the truth? You'll understand, guys. Life is a paradox. Anything can be true for somebody, boo. Okay, let's see what else. What? Yeah, the way that you change and the way that you change up, and the way that if someone changes up or has a secret animosity or jealousy or anger towards you, even if they gave no clues, and even if they think they're like have everything under control, all of a sudden you start acting different, and then they're thinking you're funny, and then they start panicking because they're like, oh shit, they caught on, or oh shit, they must know something. You know what I'm saying? There's this emphasis on, like, again, you know what's going on behind the scenes. You always know. You don't know how you be knowing. That's that claircognizance for you, Pile 3. But yeah, you psychic as hell. And that, if you're a reader too, oh my god, people feel so threatened by you because of you being a reader. They're like, oh, this person must be like all up in my business. And I think you just mind your business, because why are you going to waste your energy reading on reading on everyone else's energy when you have your own shit you got to deal with? You know what I'm saying? Like, you are not that type of person. You're not nosy like that, and I feel like you just be minding your business. I digress. But what else? Why do people feel threatened by? Look at this. Can't make this up. Facts. It's supposed to say come to light, some to light. But yeah, you pay attention to the details. You can read energy, you can read the room, you know what's good, okay? You, again, learning, you're very knowledgeable, you have a lot of information. If people are lying and saying they know about something, and all of a sudden, actually, this is when you come in, you're like, actually, well, I found out, or I read this book, so where did you get your source from? You fact check people, and that stresses people out, and then they feel threatened because they're like, damn, this person had more information or knew more than I thought they were gonna know, right? Especially if people try to lie to you, and then all of a sudden you know the truth. That freaks people out. Okay, people feel threatened because you might have done dangerous things, or again, people feel threatened because you could run away easily. You could be the type of person who your cutoff game is crazy strong, and you'll leave in a heartbeat. So if people try to cheat and they think that they can cheat on you and that you'll stick around and stay because you love them, that's not. You are absolutely insane if you think that Pal 3 is going to let you disrespect them or let you put them in toxic situations, okay? That's why people feel threatened, because they know that you're not going to take any bullshit. So if they start acting toxic, they start fearing that you're going to cut them off. Or if they start hanging out with toxic people, they start to fear that you're going to move away from them. And now because they're chilling with somebody else, it's like, fuck, now I might lose access to this person because of this person. Okay? So there is that coming through. All right. Why do people feel threatened? But yeah, people feel threatened because they know that you'll leave in a heartbeat. You will leave in a fucking heartbeat. You are not here. You are not for the streets either. Okay. You're not getting played. I feel like people really understand that you are yeah, you're good at what you do and you're good by yourself and you live your life. And if people betray you, you'll find out. Everything always comes to light. Things will be exposed, okay? People will tell you. I feel like people are threatened by your talents as well. People feel threatened by the way that you can sell things or the attention that you get when you're out in the streets or out in public. People feel threatened by the fact that you get so much attention. You walk into a room, people gravitate towards you differently or treat you differently than others. And it's like your energy circulates in a different manner. Your energy, like, it blasts through the competition, even though again there is no competition. But it's like, again, people start competing against you because you're the one that people stop and stare at. You're the one that people want, okay, when they're just kind of minding their business. What else? Why are people threatened by? Yeah, okay, you could be very adventurous. You could be out and about. You could be the type of person who lived a full life. You've done a lot of things. You've been on this journey. And I feel like you make people go crazy. People get possessive over you, and that's why they feel threatened, because if they're a friend or if they're dating you or if they're a family member or connected to you anyway, people feel threatened that someone's gonna come in and steal you from them. Like, people are very possessive over you, pile 3. And again, this emphasis on, like, I gotta make sure I'm doing the right thing. I gotta make sure I'm not hanging around people who will trigger pile 3, or I gotta make sure I'm not doing anything that'll trigger pile 3, because anything that triggers them, they will run away. They will dip up out of here, and I'm not trying to lose pile 3. So people feel threatened at the loss of you. So, yeah. People are crazy obsessed. People feel threatened because you are constantly exploring, traveling. Okay, they feel like it's unfair, really. They're like, well, why does this person get to travel and do all this stuff, but they still, they're working just like me? Or, I don't know. There's this emphasis of you being like a nomad or being more free. And your freedom makes people feel threatened because they're very confined and they place themselves in this box, or they allowed people to place them in a box, and you are not going to be ever placed in a box. You are free. You're free flowing. You do what you want. Okay, you're not confined to this one space or this one, area, or I don't know. You do what you want. You live how you want, and that's why people feel threatened, because you don't follow the rules. You create your own. What is this book? 3 of Wands. It's very easy for you to get information on things that you want. It's very easy for you to make shit happen. Okay? It's very easy for you to travel. Again, we have Traveler, and then we have the 3 of Wands, which is kind of about travel. We have a plane over there as well. This emphasis on, like, you might get good deals, and then all of a sudden, you're going on vacation. You always get the best spots. You always discover the best things. You do the best excursions. There's just this emphasis on, you have the eye. You have a good eye for things, and you're keen on the best way to get things done. You make things look easy. You make things look effortless, and you just make it look like you have everything together. And that's why people feel so threatened. They don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, what is this street? Yeah. Wherever you go, people feel threatened. Wherever you walk, wherever you journey, you incite fear, because you're just glowing, because you look abundant, because you look so put together. You look like you'll just let anyone go. You'll walk away. Okay? Again, this emphasis on people want to play in the streets. You'll leave them in the streets because you ain't for the streets. So, again, people feel threatened because if they don't have their shit together, you will easily make new plans. You will easily ditch them in a heartbeat, so to speak. Traveler. 3 of Pentacles. What? Knight of Wands. You definitely could make the people at your job threatened very, very easily. I feel like you're free flowing. I feel like you have a lot of potential. I feel like you can outdo people easily. I feel like you watch people and you study people and you learn from people and you take what you need and you create your own path. And it's like you find fresh, new, innovative ideas at work, or you make things look easier, you make things easier for you, or maybe you just make easy money and maybe you don't have to work a 9 to 5, so you're able to travel and go on vacation anytime that you want. And that makes people feel threatened because, like, damn, I can't just pack up and take a vacation. I would have to, request these days off, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it. It's like that kind of energy. Like, you could just, take an unpaid vacation because you have it like that, because you have multiple sources of income, or I don't know, you just always get what you want, or maybe you get special treatment. And either way, people who have a connection to you, they really feel like you'll just leave because you're good on your own. They feel like you'll turn their back. All of these people are turning their back. They all have backpacks and, you know what I'm saying? Like this, what do you call that? Suitcase and stuff. The sling. And there's this emphasis on, like, people feel threatened by your success because the more successful that you are, the more you have to isolate yourself, the more that you'll be by yourself. And the more you're by yourself, the more you enjoy your own time. And then it's like these people are like, damn, they're gonna fucking leave me. And you have a lot of people who are very threatened by you leaving. So, and now I'm repeating myself, and let's close you out with some tarot. Okay, people feel like, if you're single, people feel like you're a heartbreaker. So they feel threatened. Others of you guys, your partner might even feel threatened that one day you're gonna break their heart. Okay, or they're gonna fumble and make a mistake and break your heart, and then you'll leave them and they'll never have access to you again. A lot of people are burdened by the loss of you, and a lot of people are burdened by the fear of rejection, because a lot of people like love you at first sight, pile 3. And that's what makes people feel threatened, is the way that they fall for you, or the way that they become obsessed with you, or start daydreaming about you, or fantasizing about you, or want you so bad, so quickly, so early. It's overwhelming, and they're like, why the fuck do I feel this way about this person? I just met this person. I don't even know this person. I never even saw this person in real life. Like, you have people who watch you on social media who are like daydreaming and wanting to marry you, and like picturing a a relationship with you, or even visualizing, like, having, intimacy with you and stuff like that. Like, people, you consume people's dreams, and that's why people feel threatened by you, because what power do you hold to possess me like this? Like, it's crazy, but they can't talk to you. So that's why they feel threatened, because they're losing their mind, and they feel like, if I talk to this person, they're going to reject me because they're too good for me. But now I'm going crazy because it's like, this is the person of my dreams. Excuse me. But I'm here. She's everybody's type. Yeah. Like, you are everyone's type. Like, you are the dream person for a lot of people. And that's why people feel threatened, because it's like, oh my God, like, you are placed on a pedestal. And that's why people feel threatened, because you placed yourself on this pedestal. And now other people are seeing other people place you on a pedestal. Thus, they feel forced to place you on a pedestal, because, I mean, you are on this pedestal because, hello, look at you. But, but people feel like you're a heartbreaker. People feel like, I don't know, like, you just know what to do, how to get what you want, how to live. You thrive. And yeah, like, people, again, fear your independence. They feel threatened because of the fact that you can be by yourself, that one day you might just be like, you know what, actually, I don't like you anymore. And you'll cut them off, or you'll break up with them, or you'll just stop talking to them, because they know that you've done this before, so they're scared. You have a lot of people in fear right now. Like, they are fearing the loss of you so heavily, pile 3. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you took a step back. Maybe you're in hermit mode. Someone's name could be Herbert. But there's this emphasis on, like, also people feel threatened because of their, like, naughty thoughts about you, because there's, like, this innocence to you, and they feel I heard soiled it. Like, they feel like, like, oh my God, this is so improper. I shouldn't be having these thoughts about pile 3. Oh my God, I want to ravish them. And then they look at your face and they're like, oh my God, why am I thinking this way about this person? Because you have this purity to you as well. But you're extremely attractive too. And you're luxurious, and people feel threatened because of the way that you present yourself, the way that you dress, the way that you just look like I don't know. You don't allow fear. The thing is too is people feel threatened because you are fearless. Okay, people who try to fear monger or try to project things onto people, make people believe negativity or like draw people down. Like those people, they feel threatened by you, and you just have such an optimistic mindset that it's like negative people who are very cynical, they feel threatened by you because it's like no matter what they say that's negative, no matter how negative they try to twist this, you always see the bright light, you always see the positive, you always see the good, you see the glass half full. Yeah, you still have boundaries, and that's another reason why people feel threatened by you, because you're not afraid to use your boundaries, you're not afraid to lay down those burdens, you're not afraid to move on. You're not afraid to be the villain, and you're not afraid to reject people even if you love them, or no matter how much they love you, or whatever it is, you choose. You're very choosy, and that's why people feel threatened, because of your exclusivity. Okay, there's this emphasis on like you're very private, you're very mysterious, you don't open up easily, and that's why people feel threatened, because again, they might feel like you don't like them, but the thing is like you don't open up right away because you have boundaries, and people feel threatened by your boundaries because they feel like you should automatically be nice, and they feel like you're bored. Okay, you're very nonchalant, you're not easily impressed, and that's why people feel threatened, because they try to put on a show, try to get your attention, try to be all flashy, peacock energy, and you don't give them the reaction that they feel they deserve. Especially people who are like attractive, right? I'm seeing like someone at the gym pumping iron and trying to be mad loud, trying to get mad attention, okay? And it's like they're looking out the corner of their eye at you. You're not even paying them any mind. You're in your zone doing your sets and shit, and this person's trying to be all rah-rah. Everyone else is looking at them, but the one person that they want to look at them isn't looking at them, isn't feeding their ego. And that's why people feel threatened by you. Pile number 3, you make people feel sad. They're like, damn, I guess I ain't shit, huh? When everyone else is looking at them, but the one person, it's like something about you. It's like if I get attention from pile 3, then I'll feel good. Then I'll feel satisfied. And you you don't give attention to people easily. Like it takes a lot, you're focused on you, and you are tunnel vision, and you just don't care. All right, that's what we're gonna call it, pile 3. I love you, thank you for watching, and hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye.